All right, what's going on? Is Bobby Skinner talking Giants and doing a film breakdown on the Giants' second round pick, safety Tyler Nubin out of Minnesota. This guy was the most versatile safety in the draft, right? He could come down, play in the box. He can play from deep, whereas where he makes most of his plays. He had 13 interceptions over the last 3 seasons for Minnesota, and I think his man coverage is pretty underrated too. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to break it all down. Now, I'm going to give you a little disclaimer. We don't have any all 22 of the interceptions, despite the fact that he has all these interceptions. The all 22 games just didn't include those. So we cut together some broadcast film and tried to do the best job of putting together so we can explain it. Thank you, Justin Pennick, my co-host, for putting it together for me. He really helped. So let's get into it. Like and subscribe to the channel, that good stuff, and we're going to just go through all the interceptions to start because that's the most fun thing with Tyler Nubin. So first play, they're going to run a deep slant, and he's off the screen right here. You'll see from the back view. He's just patient and able to undercut this ball and get himself an interception, right? You see the interception. Now let's see it from the other view, right? We see him highlighted down up here and then down here, right? We're going to run it out, and we're going to run a deep slant with number 13. He's playing off here. The quarterback is reading this linebacker, right? This window should be open. We're seeing the safety, Tyler Nubin, is being patient here, right? He's being patient. So this window should be here. But you get pressure, and Tyler Nubin just does a good job of not overcommitting, right? And just, the quarterback eating this and taking a sack, being patient, and just waiting for that ball to get out of his hands and then go. Undercut it, interception, right? When this quarterback sees he's middle of the field, he is not expecting, like he's reading these linebackers, and bam, interception. This next play, this one may be my favorite. They're in a cover two. He's playing on the left side. This not might be my favorite. This is my favorite. And this one, they actually give us a good all 22 version of this. So again, down here, we're in cover two, right? We got these two players playing the flats, and we have two deep players. They run verticals. You should never think that the left safety is going to make that play. And he just does a great job of baiting the quarterback. That's what he does. He does a good job of kind of floating away from the quarterback's eyes to make him think, okay, that's there. And then reacting, following his eyes and baiting, right? So he's got to play this anyways, right? You have to play this vertical. This is his role. But while you play that, play with instincts, right? So if he just plays this area, he gets a positive grade on the film for this. But because he's a playmaker, because he's instinctive, all right, but let's read this quarterback's eyes, right? This quarterback is looking over here, and then you have this wide receiver running a post. And look at this range, right? Not like the fastest guy in the world, but when you play fast at the safety position, that's what it matters. To read those eyes, don't totally bail on your responsibility because, then you can get game plan against and get a wide open touchdown, and then just undercut this. It makes a beautiful, and this is by far my favorite one. I mean, that's just beautiful stuff right there. Next play, they're going to run a post wheel. This is a bad throw, but this is taking advantage of the bad throw. You can't see him on the screen, but you're going to see that this receiver is going to run a post. The tight end is going to run a wheel, right? So he plays some honesty to the post, right? Because he's who the quarterback's reading, even though you can't see on the screen. I've seen this play a million times, this concept that what the quarterback's reading. So my guess is that he is playing honest on the post. So the quarterback immediately goes, I got the wheel, all right? But he comes off of it. Instead of it being a big play, he gets an interception, right? Even if that's a better ball thrown, that's probably an interception by him. This next one is just an overthrow, right? Nothing to break down, but wanted to put it on there for you. Next play, what do we have? Single high, shading deep. Right, they're going to cloud this receiver. All right, so you see this receiver. And he's the only safety, but he's playing to the left side of the field, right? He's not playing direct center field, even though he's lined up with the center. So the quarterback, he reads him. He says, okay, he's being honest from the center field spot. This corner stays in the flats on this. He squats. And this quarterback says, okay, I've got myself a nice hole shot. And instead, Nubin baits him into that and makes a great play on the ball. Get that foot down. It's 1 foot in college, so it counts as an interception. The pros, we're going to have to get that into 2. This next one is tipped, but it's still going to be an interception either way, as long as he caught it. Right, we're in a 2-high set. You'll see it from the other angle. Did we get this in for 6? Close. So he's the safety right here. All right, so the quarterback is reading this linebacker. This linebacker goes over here. And the linebacker does a really good job too, but the quarterback's saying, I'm going to throw this over the linebacker's shoulders. And, hey, this is tipped, and he gets the interception. But you see, look at the receiver, right? This receiver on this post or deep slant. This was an interception either way, right? He undercuts that and then returns it for a nice play. Here versus Aiden O'Connell of Purdue. This one's more of just a bad throw. But you go, good ball skills make the play. Here, they're going to run these curls, and the Golden Gophers are in a cover 3 hang, right? So these curl routes should be here, right? When these cover 3 bail, these curl routes should be here. It should be an easy completion. But Nubin does an awesome job of reading the eyes and seeing we have the curl and then undercutting it, right? Like his responsibility is the middle of the field. But that's what I like about Nubin is the instincts, right? Not just playing your role, seeing what they're running, finding out the route concepts and undercutting it. And this is, I mean, look at this clock. This is last minute of the game. They're up by 7. He closes it out. That's the game right there. Like just using your instincts in those big time moments. Right, see? Read the quarterback, bam, undercut it. Right, instead of just bailing deep, trying to make sure we don't give up a big play, reading what they're doing, undercut it, interception. And then this last one would have been an interception whether this ball was good or not. All right, let's see it from the other angle. We're right here. If this ball's thrown well, it's in front of the receiver, we're at least breaking this up. It's thrown behind him, undercut it, get an interception. So those are the interceptions. I know it's not as easy to explain it in broadcast version, but it's some really good stuff. It's definitely not on accident. Now let's look at just some other plays in coverage where he wasn't able to get his hands on the ball or get the interception, right? Just his ability to, one, cover the route he's supposed to, but again, make instinctive plays. This first play, right? We're in this 2-high look, but we're obviously creeping down. They're going to run play action, and we've got to carry this vertical, right? Tyler Nubin has to carry this vertical, but he does a great job of keeping his eyes on what's happening, right? Like as he carries this vertical and knows the quarterback's not going to throw it, he sees Marvin Harrison Jr. coming underneath, and I'm going to come out and try and make a play on this ball, right? Now, he doesn't actually make the play on the ball, but if you see it from this view, right, we're right here. If this ball is not thrown behind Marvin Jr., he's laying a hit, right? Marvin Harrison Jr., he's laying a hit on Marvin Harrison Jr. and probably popping that ball free, right? So that's just a good ability to, one, play your responsibility, but also see what they're running and play to your instincts. This next play versus Minnesota, right, he's going to bait the quarterback, and the quarterback does a good job of seeing it, but he has to pump fake and then scramble. Now he's able to scramble and gain some yards, but that's not on Tyler Nubin. Right, they're in this trips set down here at the bottom. He's lined up over this slot receiver down here, right, and they're getting vertical, right? They're getting vertical, and the goal of this is with the 4x3 to get a 3x2 on these two players, right? But Nubin, being the player that he is, reads the quarterback's eyes, sees what it is, and instead of having this being a wide open touchdown, which the quarterback is trying to throw, he pump fakes, right? Or he doesn't pump fake. He has to eat it and then run and get a scramble, and you'll see it better from the other view. Nice run, number 13. But you see Nubin doesn't immediately run over, right? Like he's reading the quarterback's eyes and tries to play it a little bit honest. Right? Not like just going bailing to the other side. And then as soon as the quarterback gets his eyes off him, now we're going to go. Now we're going to go and try and undercut this. But a good job by the quarterback to eat it. But also, you know, there could have been a touchdown if that's against a safety who doesn't have the instincts and the ability to bait a quarterback like Tyler Nubin does. Here versus North Carolina, they're going to run verts. And we're in quarters. Now, it's not verts because this player is bending this in. But this is where Drake May wants to throw, right? At this point, we're not really wanting to throw the vertical because, you know, Tyler Nubin can bail. It's not a clean win right here. So we want to throw in this window. But Nubin being patient, I'm going to try and pick that off. Now, Drake May does a great job of, I don't know if he pumped or pulled it, right? You'll see it from the other angle. Like, you can be the judge of this is just a pump fake or him deciding, oh, he's there. I got to eat that. And then puts a dime on his receiver that ends up being dropped. But at the same time, when you do that, you can be baited into making mistakes. Like on this play right here, right? We're in cover 2, right? And we have to play these two guys right here. Right? We have to play this area. But he gets over aggressive. Right? He's reading Drake May's eyes and he's thinking like, "Oh, Drake May probably thinks I'm going to carry this vertical because I'm in cover 2 and I'm going to hit this throw right here. I'm going to try and bait him into this throw." And Drake May knows that. And now he's got the post, right? Where this Tyler Nubin's supposed to be right here, and this should be turned off. And you'll see from the other angle, it's a great job by Drake May. Right? You'll see Drake May's eyes. Like we're play action. We're looking here. Okay, Tyler Nubin jumped it. Let me deliver a throw. Drake May, I will remember you. And then in man coverage, let's look at his man coverage. I think his man coverage is underrated because of all the plays that he makes in zone coverage. Here versus Michigan, and this tight end is supposed to be like real deal. Number 18. Right, he just stays disciplined. Right, keeps his hips square. Right, not bailing, not turning our hips, just staying your pedal, closing that, keeping that, you know, trying to close that cushion. And then when the receiver breaks, bam, we're here. Anticipate, get a little physical with it. We're here. It's over. We're not able to get that throw. You'll see it from this angle. Right? Keep our hips square. When he goes, you see him go. Bam. A good throw by JJ on the crosser. Again, man coverage again with this tight end. He ends up stumbling on this. Gets getting tripped up, but this is good coverage. Right? We're getting physical from 5 yards. We're not turning our hips and running. We're trusting our strength. Bam. Disrupt that. Disrupt, get your hips. You're in his hip pocket. He's not a part of the option. Again, ends up tripping, but that's besides the point. Here again with this tight end versus Michigan. He's going to run this wheel. Keep your hips square. Don't turn your hips until you have to. Right? You're going to do a switch release. We're going to slide with it. Right? We're going to keep our inside leverage. So he can't get an in breaker right here. Okay, he's going vertical. Now we can turn our hips and run. And we're glued on him. Here versus North Carolina on this choice route on the slot. Discipline, right? This is a slot receiver's dream. I get a safety and I get a choice route. Stay disciplined. Discipline. Don't fall for that foot jab. And go. And Drake May goes the other way. So again, there's good zone and man coverage with Nubin. And we'll finish off with some run defense. Very disciplined, knows where to fill and play his run fit. You know, he doesn't have a ton of reps because he played from deep so often, but the guy knows how to play the run. Solid tackler, not the best tackler in the world, but you'll see it. Like, he's very disciplined. So let's get into it. First play lined up right here. They bring the fullback in. They're going to run counter. Right? And it's beautiful. Now, this ends up being a good run because Michigan's good at running the ball, but it ain't because Tyler Nubin. Right? We are filling. We're reading our keys. And our job is to get outside this fullback and get low and power through his shoulders. And that's awesome, right? And if this linebacker had read his keys correctly, he'd be there making the tackle. Instead, he's getting blocked. But to take that Michigan fullback, sorry, going a little fast. To take that, get low, bam, through that, open up his shoulders, good stuff. Here, lined up right here. Phil, let your other guys make the play, right? Do your job. Stopping the run on defense as a DB is about doing your job. So they're going to run pin and pull, right? So we're pinning down here, They're pulling. This corner's got to play outside. Get downhill and fill. Get downhill, fill, and force this running back to cut back and allow your defensive lineman to run and chase. Get low. Get low. Absorb that freaking blocker and throw him off balance. Good stuff. Does he get the stat for that? No, but he made that happen. Here versus Ohio State. Then set the play up for other guys. They're running power. This linebacker is levering outside, which means Tyler Nubin, not from deep, but he's playing close to the box. We fill inside. We force that back to bounce, and now he's playing into the DB. That's great. That's great run defense from a safety position. Here versus North Carolina, they're going to run this speed sweep. Let's get downhill. Let's get downhill, and let's deliver a big hit. Now this last one we'll go through. He ends up missing the tackle again. He has a knack of kind of tackling around the legs, right? But hey, this is your gap. Get in it, but you got to make the tackle. You got to make the tackle. So again, Tyler Nubin, man, the most versatile safety. That's huge for the Shane Bowen defense. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Jeff, if you could make a playlist for the Giants draft classes film breakdowns, the Malik Neighbor ones is out now. The other ones will be out afterwards of this one. So, check out the playlist. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys so very much. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, let's go Big Blue.